What's up, nerds? I know it's been a while since I made a video. I've been kind of preoccupied with work and stuff. Um, this video is gonna be pretty quick. It's gonna be about my theory about my destiny and also confirmation of it through other people's works. Somebody that you're not really prepared for or expecting. I kind of feel like I'm the only person to figure this out, and it's because of who I am. I'm Vegeta, and I went Super Saiyan. And I was, basically, I've been talking to myself a lot lately, kind of like figuring out different plots and different theories and connecting a lot of dots and stuff like that. And I came across one that involved myself with being a Super Saiyan, being royalty, and then also the planet Oa, which is home to the Green Lanterns. It kind of takes a little bit of being open-minded to understand what I'm talking about in this video, but if you're not a fucking moron, you'll get it, okay? It's not really difficult. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it, and then I'll elaborate more after I get done showing you the information that I have, okay? Thank you for being here. Let's get into it. Okay, so who I'm talking about is Powerman 5000, the artist, the musical artist, Powerman 5000. I watched a couple of his videos and I was listening to a bunch of his lyrics, and through his works, I figured out that he's talking about what it means to go Super Saiyan. And a lot of the things that have happened in my life ever since I did that really do match this, like his videos, okay? A really good one is this right here, When Worlds Collide, okay? And this is so all the stuff I'm going to talk about. I've been talking about for years now, like for 4 years. And I was talking about Oa and my existence with them, being a Super Saiyan, and their colors. My color is yellow, their color is green, and their weakness is the color yellow. And I had a lot to say about Oa and their existence, and also mine at the same time. And then to watch this video and see this image right here really kind of blew me away. Okay. I believe that I am destined to destroy the planet Oa. And I'll get more into that at the end of the video, but I do believe that I am destined to blow that planet up. It's gonna explode because of me. Okay. And so I said all this before, I figured it all out, and then I watched this guy's video for some reason, and then I saw this right here. What is that? That's a ring. And that ring is about to shoot out a laser at Powerman 5000, and it's green. Well, what color are the lanterns from Oa? They're green. What color are their rings? Their power rings? They're green. It's the color of willpower, or whatever, right? That's what they want you to believe. What a coincidence that I figured that out first, and then I watched this video, and I see this space. You got to watch the video. I can't watch because it's copyright. You got to watch it. And what a coincidence that this demon person here, who's against Powerman 5000, who's depicting a Super Saiyan, you'll see later on, is wielding a ring, a green ring of power, which he's about to shoot a laser at Powerman 5000. Okay, so this right here is a green ring, and it's being wielded by somebody who's going to attack him. Kind of confirms that I'm the enemy of Oa, that I am an enemy of Oa, and that I'm going to blow them up. Okay. So here's I just have different scenarios here within the same video. He's singing his music in like a space bar. Saiyans are aliens, right? And so where is he singing this at? He's obviously singing this on a planet or on a moon or up in space somewhere. And the whole bar that he's singing it in is all full of aliens. They're all over the place. There's a bar full of aliens. Okay. And if you look closely, you'll see that same demon person, and this is kind of like a receiver that turns into like a TV set, and he's watching Powerman 5000 from it, And so that kind of really ties into like the Truman Show, or it kind of ties into like this Big Brother stuff. Like we're being watched by our adversary because our adversary is worried about us being against them on equal grounds or a level playing field. They want it to be very one-sided. They don't want you to. They don't want you to think outside the box. They don't want you to think for yourself. They don't want you to drive manual vehicles. They don't want you to have a regular television where you got to get up and turn the knob. They want everything smart for you, so that way you're stupid. AI and all this stuff like smart TV, smart car, smartphone. That's working against you. You think it's all futuristic technology. It's actually to make you stupid, so that way you don't fight against them, okay? So that way you don't resist the people who are against you, or you never figure out that someone's against you in the first place anyway. You think it's somebody, but it's really somebody else. That's the whole point. These people never wanted you ever to figure out that it's them who are against you. They always want you to think it's somebody else or something else or whatever the case is, but never them. Okay, that's the ultimate goal here, is to never get found out that they specifically are the ones against you in general. You men, you women, you boys, you girls, you human beings, you people. They don't want you knowing that they're against you, like by name, by person, specifically that person. Okay. So this is like his receiver, and then it turns into like a television set, and he's sitting there and he's watching Power Man 5000, kind of like a spying eye or like a crystal ball, kind of like you know what I mean? Okay. Later on in the video, it shows Power Man 5000, who, after being detained by those henchmen, this demon guy's henchman, this guy right here, this demon guy's henchman, he suddenly snaps and starts shooting laser beams out of his hands, and killing his adversaries. Okay, and then it shows him put his hands together and then shoot out a blast, which counters this guy's attack right here. Same thing where Vegeta and Goku faced off against each other, kind of like Kamehameha wave and then Gallic gun, right? You know how the two beams matched. You know how the two beams met. Well, that's the same situation here, except just depicted through it's this instead. It's not that. Okay. Let me pull up Power Man 5000 real quick. Power Man 5000. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. See what I'm talking about? Like, look at the color of his hair. It's yellow, like a Super Saiyan. And here he is shooting out beams of energy. And here he is being spied on by a demon or by some kind of evil forces like Dabura or Janemba or Frieza or Cell. Like that's who this guy. It's not exactly Dragon Ball Z, because it would be too much of a giveaway, and that would be kind of lame and basically cheating. Okay, but you got to look at it this way: like, he's a Super Saiyan, okay, and his adversary is, you name it, Piccolo. I wouldn't say me, because I don't look like that, but Piccolo, Frieza, Cell, Dabura, Janemba, any of those, any kind of like space evil, right? That's who this guy is depicting. And there's a lot going on, because I've connected a lot of dots. Okay, so this video is not about just Dragon Ball Z. This video is about how Power Man 5000, through his videos, is talking about what I've talked about for some crazy reason. I didn't watch his videos first and then make a theory of it after. I made my theories first, and then I stumbled upon this guy's videos, and I watched the whole thing, and it's pretty interesting. One second. Sorry, had to open my sliding door. It's getting kind of hot in here. Okay, So, and then another dead giveaway, not a dead giveaway, but you just got to see it that way. Power Man 5000, power level 9000. Like that's what it's like. Like that's what like that's like the most famous quote in Dragon Ball Z history. His level is over 9000. That's he's talking. That's me talking about Kakarot, right? It's over 9000. This guy's name is Power Man 5000. Power level 9000. Power Man 5000. Blonde hair, shooting beams at his adversary. Aliens. I mean, come on. Okay. So here's another theory that I have. So I believe that this really happened to me. Not necessarily exactly this, because my hair didn't turn blonde, but I did the exact same thing in my front yard. I got down on my knees and I screamed just like that. And then ever since I did that, and I mean like the most craziest, supernatural, abnormal, paranormal events have been happening in my life the entire time. Like every day or every other day or once a week, it doesn't matter. Something was happening the entire time. It was crazy. Okay. So I went Super Saiyan, and this theory that I have about Oa, I developed years after I went Super Saiyan, because I went Super Saiyan the day that I cracked Bitcoin. This happened about maybe, I mean, I came up with this theory about a year and some change ago. I believe that Prince Vegeta, myself, am destined to destroy Oa because they're space cops. All Oa is space police. And royalty is above space police. Space police. And they tried to cover up me, or they're a part of trying to cover me up, and me not know, and have me not known, but them more known. Even if it's fiction, them more known than the fact that I'm real. If that makes any sense. I believe that Oa was a part of the covering up of Prince Vegeta's of Prince Vegeta being real and not a cartoon. Okay, and I also theorize that the attack that's going to be used to destroy Oa is called Final Flash. And the reason why I say that is because if you look up Oa, if you look up the Green Lantern Corps and their lore and their history, it says their weakness is yellow. Well, Super Saiyans glow yellow. One of my attacks, called Final Flash, is a humongous, super powerful beam that's called Final Flash. And what a coincidence, it's the color yellow. So it's basically going to slice like a hot knife through butter, right through Oa and blow them up. Okay? It's not a joke. It's very serious. It's not funny. And I'm not joking at all. This is like 100. I'm being 100% serious. Your lives are a lie, and they want you worrying about the stupidest shit ever because they believe you're stupid. Now, if you keep doing that, you're going to prove them right. So don't, because it's not very difficult to stop what you're doing and figure out that other things are real, and what you've been told to think is real isn't. You're being lied to. Okay, once you understand you're being lied to, it's very simple. That's it. Once you understand that you're not special, that you're not amazing, that you're not all that, you're not super spectacular, and you're being lied to by somebody, that's it. That's all it takes. Okay, it's not paranoia, it's just called reality. Okay, so real quick recap, because I got another video to make. Power Man 5000 is depicting what it's like to go Super Saiyan, and there's also here's the green ring of here's a green ring of Oa that I talked about. Aliens up in outer space. You're being observed. You're being watched by your enemy because they don't want you to do anything to them. So that they believe if they stare at you the whole time, it's going to stop. It's going to stop you. They're gonna know what you're doing, which doesn't work. Laser beams being shot out of his hands. Final Flash, which is going to be used to destroy Oa. Super Saiyans glow yellow, and Oa's weakness is yellow, and also royalty because they're space cops. And here's Power Man 5000 with his blonde hair. I mean, come on, guys. It's not that difficult. It's not that deep. Okay. So yeah, I came up with that theory about and like a half ago, just like a little while ago. I believe that I'm destined to blow up Oa. Now I have a lot of other stuff that I've also figured out too, which I'll make a video about right after this, and it involves a Star Wars. It's kind of weird, but I have to do it because I figured it out. But this video is about Oa being basically rude space pigs. I mean, they're fucking space pigs, okay? I'm not going to sugarcoat this. They're space pigs. When was the last time I'm royalty, right? When was the last time a cop went into British Parliament or like the Royal Palace and harassed the Queen of England, who we all know is a fucking lizard? When was the last time that ever happened? Never. But yet here I am being harassed by pigs, by cops the entire time. Little weird, right? Little weird, okay? Kind of lame, right? I mean, I'm Prince Vegeta, and I'm being harassed by cops the entire time, and I kind of know who's behind it. I don't want to talk about her right now because I really don't fucking like her at all. She's a huge piece of shit, but whatever. I'm gonna shit about her. The point is that I believe Oa is a planet full of space pigs, and they're gonna get blown the fuck up by royalty, and there's nothing they can do about it. So I'm cussing, but it's the truth. When you're dealing with pigs, you're dealing with pigs. They're total pussies behind badges. They're complete cowards. They're not like a soldier. Okay, your heads are up your asses. When a cop dies, it's a nationwide manhunt for one person. But when a soldier dies, you just keep on being a dumbass. You don't care. Where's the nationwide manhunt for the jihadist or the terrorist or the extremist that murdered that soldier? You don't give a shit. But you care about one cop? It's because you're a dumbass. You deserve to be oppressed. You're a fucking moron. I'm serious. You're a moron. You have no idea what's happening here. You have no idea. Now I do understand and I do get that there are good people who don't know that things exist. That some people are hijacking and abusing the position of being a cop because they're not really a human being. They're a demon or a lizard or an alien or whatever, pretending to be that because that position and that career has been given so much authority to basically bully or control or dictate what people do. So there are good people who are police officers, but some of them don't. A lot of people don't know. They don't know that there are people among them who are not who they say they are. You might be a police officer. The person next to you might be a fucking lizard who's abusing that position to be rude to human beings. And you don't know that because they're pretending to be a human being. It's a real thing. Demon, lizard, alien, whatever. I don't care. Cult member. Watch all these videos. Watch Blade, where like they talk about cops all the time. And like they're like a bunch of like servants for like vampires and stuff. Like it's real shit. Stop acting like it's fake. It's not fake. It's like actually real. Maybe not like maybe not on the same scale as what they're talking about, but it's getting that way. If they go left unchecked, it will be that no matter what. If these guys go left unchecked, it will be that exactly. Like foot servants of vampires being cops to do a vampire's bidding during the day while they're asleep because they can't move around during the day. It's that kind of shit. If this doesn't get nipped in the bud, that's exactly what's going to happen without a shadow of doubt. Like, well, I'm a vampire assistant. You spent your whole life. It was right there in front of your face because you're a dumbass, and you didn't believe it was true because your head's up your ass, and you think life's so amazing, or you think or you have, or your life is so busy because you don't know that somebody wanted your life to be so busy so that we wouldn't do this. Why is your life busy and mine not? I'm a vampire servant who's pretending to be a cop, but you're working a 9 to 5 and you're just super busy. You're not going to do anything against me. That means that your life is fake, mine's real, and you're an idiot. And now I'm in a position of authority, and people believe, and people don't know that people are imposters, and that's not like a common knowledge or whatever. And now I can just do whatever I want because if you speak out against me, you're crazy. We've had enough time without you doing anything to basically label anybody to be against us. as insane. So if this doesn't get stopped, it's going to gear towards that. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and move to checkmate and blow up Oa. And there's like nothing they can do about it. I already went super. I'm already the god of Mu. Do you want me to get into this? I'll tell you exactly what my plan is. And it's very simple. I'm the god of Mu. I'm not just Vegeta, by the way. Other stuff have happened. Just bear with me. I'm the god of Mu. I chose to be Vegeta, who was being covered up, being called Cameron Blaze Brummagem. That's not my name. My name's Vegeta, but I'm also somebody else. I'm the god of Mu. I chose to be Vegeta because Vegeta was being covered up. Vegeta went Super Saiyan. I revealed myself, and my plan is to take Vegeta and blow up Oa. Because cops are not above royalty. Police officers have no more authority than royalty. Oa's weakness is yellow. Saiyans who go super are yellow. A planet, if you watch Star Wars, instead of what's happening here, like infiltrating with an entire species or whatever of lizards or whatever to take over because they're total losers. I can explain this whole thing, guys. It's very simple. Instead of taking over a planet like that, go watch Star Wars. What does it take to blow up a planet? They built a whole Death Star to do it, a giant laser beam. Or go watch Star Wars, The Force Awakens or whatever. Like that giant planet, like blowing up all those planets. It takes a giant laser beam. Okay. Well, what does everybody do in Dragon Ball Z? Shoot giant laser beams. What is Vegeta's attack? What is one of my attacks? Final Flash. What color is it? Yellow. What weakness is Oa's? What is Oa's weakness? Yellow. And they're cops, and I'm royalty. So Final Flash is going to blow them up. I'm getting rid of them. They're complete pieces of shit. You know more about Oa on the planet you come from than you do about Mu. And that planet's far away. You know more about Oa fictitiously than you do about a real place that existed here. I'm not talking about Atlantis or other crap. I'm talking about the lost continent of Mu. Think about it. You know more about Oa. You've read all the comics. You looked up all the canon. You looked up all the lore. You know all the Green Lanterns. You know all their the ins and outs of the White Lanterns and Blue Lanterns, whatever. You know more about Oa than you do about your own planet. That is how disrespectful they are, and it's unacceptable. I am going to blow up Oa, and there's nothing they can do about it. It's been decided. So pack your bags. Tough shit. I don't care. I'm going to blow you up. I didn't take over Vegeta to play grab ass or patty cake with a bunch of assholes in my way. That's not happening. I took over this person to do what it is I'm going to do. The God of Mu is going to use Vegeta and blow up Oa. And there's nothing you can do about it. Tough shit. It's going to happen and there's nothing you can do about it. Done deal. Tough shit. Okay? So that's what this video is about. And a lot of it is also dictated in, I came up with this theory, but like I said, like a year and a half ago, maybe about a year and a half ago. And then like last month, I watched Power Man 5000. I watched his videos before I went Super Saiyan, but I haven't watched them since I've gone Super Saiyan. And I watched all of his videos. And there's also like, his song is like, Nobody's Real. How many phonies have I exposed? Or, Bombshell or Supernova goes pop. What's a Saiyan going super? It's the equivalent of a supernova, right? I mean, it's like a giant explosion of energy, right? It's like a star exploding. Power Man 5000 basically confirmed everything that I've talked about since I cracked Bitcoin, and that's a lot. And it's pretty interesting that I made that connection about Oa, and then in his video, you see a bad guy with a green ring. Almost like Oa is just giving them out like at a garage sale. I mean, what is he doing with a green ring? I thought you had to be like a pure heart and all sort of bullshit. Apparently not. Apparently not. Apparently Oa is just handing them out like hotcakes. So I'm gonna leave it on this. I'm gonna leave it on this. If you're a Saiyan out there and you've gone super, your immediate enemy is Oa. Nobody else. I don't care who's in your life. You are a part of a higher purpose. It's not the devil. It's not Satan. It's not the cult of Cthulhu. It's not whoever's in your life. A Saiyan who goes super, your adversary is Oa because you are theirs. And they don't want you to know that. Your adversary is the planet. Your adversary is Oa. End of story. They're the bad guys who are pretending to be good guys about justice and law and order and all this other bullshit. Man, shut up. Shut up. You're done. Just shut up, okay? We know your bullshit. If you're a Saiyan and you've gone super, unless they've blown up, your adversary is Oa. Blow up Oa. I'm going to. And if I can't do it, you do it. If you can't do it, you do it. It doesn't matter who it is. Your enemy is Oa. Every single Saiyan who goes super, your enemy is Oa. They're not your buddy. They're not your friend. They're not going to kiss your ass. They're the enemy. They're against you because they're space cops. And they believe they're in charge. When you can literally slice right through them like a hot knife through butter. Their weakness is yellow. They're fucked. Okay? And they know it. So that's what I'm leaving this video on. Oa's being destroyed. I'm Prince Vegeta. I'm the God of Mu. The God of Mu, am using Vegeta, who went Super Saiyan, to blow up Oa. Under royal authority or whatever. It doesn't matter. They're still the enemy. We're going to blow up a planet full of space pigs. And that's it. Tough shit. You're not the good guys. I caught you being gross. I caught you being gross. I want to say corrupt, but we both know that's not true. You're just gross. I'm going to get you. Anyway, God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video, all right? Bye, guys.